Take a look at this. This fence was installed less than 3 years ago. In most parts of the country, a fence lasts 15 to 20 years. In Amarillo, if you build it wrong, it lasts until the first Tuesday in March. We have a nickname for this. It's called the Amarillo Lean. You drive down alleys all over town and see fences fighting for their lives against gravity. If you're moving here, you need to understand one thing. The wind is not a weather event. It's a constant force of nature. We regularly see gusts of 60 to 70, even 80 miles per hour during a spring. If you buy a house with a cheap flip fence or a standard roof, you are about to write a very large check. I'm Connie Taylor, team lead for the Connie Taylor team. Today we are windproofing your wallet. I'm going to teach you the differences between a fence that lasts years and one that snaps in minutes, and why your roof choice changes your insurance bill. Why is it so windy here? Geography. We're in the high plains. There is essentially nothing between us and the North Pole except a few barbed wire fences. There are no mountains, no forests to slow down the air. When you combine that with our elevation at 3,600 feet, the wind accelerates without friction. It's not just the speed of the gust, it's the duration. We can have 40-mile-an-hour sustained winds for 12 hours straight. That creates a massive wind load on your home. Think of it like a giant hand pushing against the side of your house all day long. Let's talk fences. This is the #1 repair for new homeowners. In East Texas or the South, they use 4x4 treated wood post. They stick this in the ground with some concrete. The problem? Moisture from our soil rots the wood right at the concrete line. Then the wind hits the fence and snap. It breaks right at the base like a toothpick. You want the galvanized steel post. In Amarillo, this is non-negotiable. If you are building a fence or buying a house, you must check for steel posts. They are cemented in, they never rot, and they don't snap in 70-mile-an-hour winds, at least most of the time. Here's a pro tip. Look for board-on-board or Shadowbox styles. A standard privacy fence acts like a sail. It catches 100% of the wind. A Shadowbox fence has gaps that let the wind pass through it while still giving privacy. It reduces the wind load by 50%. It costs a little more, but it lasts twice as long. Now let's talk about the roof. The wind doesn't just knock fences down, it peels shingles off like stickers. And then there is the hell. If you're buying a home or replacing a roof, you are going to hear them talk about the term Class 4. This stands for Class 4 impact resistant shingles. Standard shingles or Class 3 or lower will get destroyed by our hail. Class 4 shingles are rubberized. When a hailstone hits them, they bounce, they don't crack. Here's the money part. Because Amarillo is a high risk zone, insurance companies are desperate for you to have a Class 4 roof. If you install one, most carriers will give you a 20 to 25% discount on your annual premium. On a $2,500 insurance bill, that's $600 a year in savings. The roof pays for the upgrade in about 3 years. Never let a roofer put a standard shingle on your home in Amarillo, Texas. A quick warning for my families with kids. The most dangerous thing in Amarillo is an unsecured trampoline. We have a local joke. If you want a trampoline, just wait for the next storm and you will get one for free. If you have a trampoline, you must use wind stakes. Huge corkscrew stakes that go in 18 inches into the ground. Same goes for the patio furniture. If you have lightweight aluminum chairs, they'll end up in your neighbor's pool or through a window. Heavy steel or wrought iron furniture is the only way to go here. I know this sounds like a lot of maintenance, but if you build it right for the first time, you never worry about it again. If you're buying a house, don't let your fence be the one leaning in the alley. I'm Connie Taylor. See you next week.